Okay, can you hear me? Hello everyone. So this is gonna be a very quick stream, probably no more than half an hour or so. I have been animating a short with the code Skaro. I did start to stream some the other day, but then some real life stuff happened and I had to stop, which is a shame. But the reason I'm streaming this late at night is because I have the house to myself and I feel like finishing it up, and I've got about an hour and a half before I need to go to bed. So I've rendered everything. It's just a very quick short between Sek, Khan and Rabe. Rabe, for people who don't know, is the name that Jast was originally going to have in the series Colours of Skaro, but they changed it. And I think he exists in a comic or some kind of literature. Anyway, so this Dalek here is the sub-commander of the Cult of Skaro in Second Empire. The Cult of Skaro in Second Empire are a lot larger than just 4 members. They have the 4 main Daleks, which are unconditioned experiments of the Silver Emperor. They sort of act outside the Empire. They keep everything together. They make sure Daleks are being Daleks, you know, everything is as normal, and they also kind of act like a investigation team. So if something unusual happens that doesn't fit within a conquest army's jurisdiction, like a mysterious blue box appears, for example, and then disappears, as been discussed in this short, they are sent in to examine the evidence, to find any evidence, and to basically see what's going on. Hello, Eric. So, yeah, I've rendered everything, but as you can see by this shot here, there are a couple of issues. The lighting, everything is fine, but that Dalek is going by at 90 miles an hour, and Khan, for some reason, his attention to... Hello, Shadow Fox. His attention wanders over there. It should be here. So I've got some things to fix. And the reason all that is happening is because I tried to animate it all in one shot, as in one scene file, and that's not really, that works sometimes, but not all the time. So I will save that as hello, Terry. Terry, hello. Don't. Terry Cooper is in the chat, and for those of you who don't know, he is the voice of Davros in the series, and a very awesome job he did of it too. So I'll save that as shot 5. Shot 5, I think, is the only one that is actually good. No, there are 2 that are good. Cool. Test 2. We will drop number 5 in, drop number 4 in. Oops, I should have... Am I not? Ah! Ah, thank you. That would have been... interesting. Okay. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Shadowfox. At least someone's on the ball. I need to you know, I'm actually looking at the chat now, and it's in the stream preview window. Why didn't I notice that? It's been a long day, so I need to detach the audio so I can keep the audio as it is. And you know, one thing I don't like about Macs, I know that's heresy to say when you say you don't like Macs, PCs can capture audio just fine. Like, if I was to record... Get in there! if I was, say, for example, play a PC game, and I could and I was on TeamSpeak with some people, it would capture the desktop audio, the game audio, and the people talking fine. But Macs, they don't like doing that. For some reason, you have to set up all these things, because I once tried to put yeah, so that dollar needs fixing, but this, yeah, that shot is fine. Put that in there, and you need to be adjusted at there, because that shot was too long. Was shot 3. Okay, let's have a look. Hope everyone had a good day. I'm gonna have to alter those lights because they work well on these, but they don't really work well on these. Maybe I should do a hybrid of luminance, because before I used to put a light, actual object light in the Dalek and make the bulb transparent and then make the bulb flash, but that actually added to the render time. So when you've got like 6 or 7 or more Daleks talking, it slowed things down. So what I did was the material on here can be set to glow. I don't know if it's easy to show you. So select Rabe. Oh, of course that's not. Anyway, so you see on here, you can go luminous, but the only problem with that is when you've got multiple Daleks with the same texture. Oh, Kickstarter! What's Kickstarter you doing, Terry? And 10:31 AM. Whereabouts are you, Shadowfox? I assume America. No, I'll be. Never mind. If you have more than one Dalek with the same light texture, all their lights will be flashing. So you have to then go in and name each of the textures the name of the Dalek. It's not too bad for, like, say if you've got Xenol, Grexnol, Onzolo, and Utrell in Australia. That's nice. Lovely country. Yeah, so when you've got those characters in a scene, it's fine. But if you've got, say, a bunch of drones just talking to each other, they're literally all the same model, so then you have to rename them anyway. Enough talking about that. Am I going mad? Where? There. I swear sometimes someone moves my folders around. Ooh, post-production. Let me guess, is the audio editing phase. Some people really like audio editing, and I have to say I hate it. I mean, if you were like editing a soap, that'd be easier, you know, just footsteps and the occasional car. But if you're doing a sci-fi environment when everything has to, even down to the doors opening, that can get a bit tedious. Which one did I need to? Number 1. In when I did media in college, we were told to go and shoot a silent movie, which we did, so we didn't really bother with the audio, and then we were told to, no, make it an actual movie, but don't use any of the sound that you recorded. Ah. What's the movie about, if you don't mind me asking? Right, so... Oh, I need to put number 3 in. Come on. We're getting close to December, and of course, for me, that means more work, because I work in the kitchen. And it's the dreaded Christmas time. We've got our first boxes of mince pies and Christmas puddings in today. It's just loads of idiots eating mince pies and turkey. I'll be sick of turkey by probably the first week. Doing about 250 people a day. It's a survival sci-fi story. Look for Off-World on Facebook trailer. I will have a look for that. Sounds cool. There was a film, I think it was an almost independent film I saw a while ago. I watched it again recently. It's called, you know what, I've just forgotten it. What was it called? It was done by the guy who did Batman vs. Predator. Sandy something. It was... Oh, what was it? Anyway, it was like, these troopers hunting this escaped prisoner after their ship crashes. And it's all filmed on location. It's really good, actually. If I can remember what it was called... I keep wanting to say Harbinger Down, but it's not. Let me have a look. It's gonna bug me. No, you're not using your PC. No, I can't remember what that film was called. It will come to me probably just as I'm going to bed. Like, oh, I remembered. Right. So, first shot I need to fix. Yes, I know the dirt plugin is not there. I need to speed Rabe up a little bit. No, it wasn't. It was it's bugging me. I've actually got it. I never actually donated to Harbinger. I followed it because I was really interested into it. Because it, while it wasn't the most original film, it was definitely Hunter Prey. That's what it's called. The Harbinger Down was a very good way of showing people that you don't need to plaster your films in CGI. Because I think the only computer generated effects they did was wire removal. But I love the guys at ADI. can delete some keyframes. I don't need anything past 650. And they got Lance Hendrickson in it. He is in one of my all-time favourite movies, and that would be Aliens. To be honest, I don't think I've seen him in anything else, apart from Alien vs. Predator, and that episode of X-Files about that cult. I know saying that episode about X-Files, but that cult is like saying that Star Wars film with the spaceship. Or the Star Wars without a plot. Last Jedi. Not going into that. Okay. Do they start at different positions? They do ever so slightly, but that shouldn't really make a difference. So Sec finishes his movement at 650, and Rabe finishes his let's make him finish at 650. Worst comes to worst, I'll just reanimate it. Oh, is that what's wrong with that? Did I not tell Rabe? If you're wondering what that was, this controls the way a keyframe. Say if you've got, well, for example, this this movement here, simply moving from one point to another. The gentle curve is like it gradually builds up speed to a fastest point and then slows down again. The angled waveform. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, that one makes it at a constant speed. It just makes actions a little better. It makes the Daleks a little bit more robotic, but it helps. Excellent. Yes. See, this is something I'm going to cover in a video. Something I've noticed with people that animate Daleks. Now, I'm not saying I'm the Dalek expert, and that everything I say is right, but when you look at the Daleks in the series, they do move, they do twitch. They sit there and their arms twitch, but they don't do a lot of head moving. You know, the heads aren't constantly moving. They're not. Or if something, say for example, like an example would be, I'm going to use the new Paradigm Daleks as an example, but in Victory of the Daleks, the scientist or the scientist turns while the Doctor's talking to the Supreme and goes and does the thing with the console where he activates and the power goes on all over England. That's kind of like a purposeful action, but you will notice that none of the Daleks are kind of like constantly moving their heads, their eye stalks. That's one thing I've noticed with some animators. The Daleks are just kind of looking all over the place and their eyes are just constantly moving. It gives added interest, but to me, I can just imagine the mutant inside kind of like just messing with the controls. You'll notice some of the Second Empire Dalek eye stalks, they are flowing, like they are gently moving. I imagine the Daleks inside the Second Empire have like a setting that's just like hover setting. Because these Daleks, they actually control it from a panel, whereas some of the, and I think the new series Daleks do as well, but the classic series, they're wired in, so literally they think something and their casing does it. Again, not saying my opinion is more valid than everyone has the right to do things the way they want, but it's just something I'd mention. You need to be slowed down a bit. You are going way too fast. Just put it back where it was. Okay, but where did you start from? You started from quite a way. Yes, you started from quite a ways away. How stupid did I? Yes, I selected the wrong. One day I will learn the difference between X and Z, or Z, depending which part of the world you're from. One of these days I'm going to have to get one of my friends on Skype, but that would require me having sociable hours, which would be nice. Oop. So we will put you there. Can we see you in the reflection? That is the question. Nope. That's good. Alright. It's got places to be. Places to be, people to go, yes. Software. Rough animations, got summoned. Replace. I want to do hardware. Just save that. Render. Yes. I might try, and for the future, because this Cinema 4D actually works on my PC as well, but I used to render on both machines, but they've added a patch that basically means you can't run the same registered software on two computers, even though I own a dual license. So I've paid a little bit more, but I can't be running. It's like I've got two. Anyway, I understand what it is. It's like, oh, you must have pirated it. No, actually, I saved for 2 years for this software. Yeah, I might put it on PC so I can actually like play a little bit of music in the background. But then you've got to be careful which sort of music you play, because then you get copyright strikes and all that crap. Just play some classical or something. Put buttons out. Delete that. Ugh! I've just noticed. What was that? Because I've messed with that timing, that Dalek now appears out of nowhere. Before Rabe actually blocked that moment when he appeared. So I will have to fix that as well. But that is looking good. Okay, so what we will do is simply... we will... Which one Dalek was it? Dalek 4. Yes. I've actually stopped putting actual NSD models into Second Empire. It was fun, but... Alright, hang on. So, you... Just delete that. So... You should be blocked there. Don't ask me why I've just not made the Dalek come around the corner. It's me trying to be clever. Ta-da! Okay, so that's done. Sweet. Change that back to image, change that back to standard. Go to the picture settings, picture sequences rather. Number 2, number 1. This one. And then that. Save. Add to render queue. So let's just see how long that took. That took 3 hours, which is a bit slower than the 8 you told me it was going to last. That took 51 minutes, which is fine. That took 30 minutes. That took an hour. That's not too bad actually, because the original projected time was 3 days. Sometimes it panics, it's like, oh, it's going to take ages, and then it's like, actually, no, it's not. The longest render time I've ever had was like 2 weeks, and that was a Yatrell shot. That was a 2-minute Yatrell shot. Okay, so I need to do number... What? Nope. Do I need to do number 2? $625. 685. Hang on a second. McMaster Daleks. Do you mean... What was that rendering? I'm sure MechMaster has done... Oh, here's a decent view of the new Paradigm Daleks he did. They're quite fun. I desperately want to use the... I've used this like in one video, and I really want to do a story with it. Do you mean these? Hello, Devastator. Do you mean these Daleks? As for the bath bubble ones, I don't know what you mean. CG layer, that was just all the amazing work he does. Yeah. Huh. I actually have CG models of. I pretty much have MechMaster's entire library. But yeah, shot 2 is fine. Shot 3 is fine. Shot 4 needs that Dalek slowing the hell down. Because you can't be zooming around a base. Oh, okay. Thank you, Devastator. Just wish I could be live more often and for longer. Right. First off, we will tell Khan. I do actually have like a mini movie for the Cult of Skaro planned, which should be fun. Okay, you can stop that. And then what's the time to? 9:40. So everything after 9:40. Let's say that can go. That was another short idea I had actually of the Three Stooges, which is what I nicknamed Grexal, Hildaz, and what's the other one called? Obsessed. Wow. Basically, it was literally going to be like a Three Stooges sketch, where they're cleaning and a desert wasp appears, and Grexal tries swatting it, and it flies off, and he becomes obsessed with catching it. So they're zooming all over the base, and there's like one bit where they screen around a corner, crash into a load of boxes, 80s movie cop, 80s cop series style, and then it goes into the koala bloom things, and they're like smashing all these pumpkins trying to get the thing, and they end up squashing it on Xenor's casing, which Neutralis just finished building. And so, yeah, Grexal gets demerited again. Yay! That actually worked. Who are you? Which Dalek are you? You are Dalek 5. That's why, because he doesn't want to be disassembled. No disassembled Dalek 5. I have a NSD, that's better, radio controlled Dalek, but he's missing his eye stalk. I was given it by one of my workmates for free. Former workmates, I should say. Yeah, he's missing. You're missing an eye stalk and missing his ear. I know you can buy them on eBay, but I've yet to really care enough to fix him. I've also got the Black Supreme from Remembrance of the Daleks. That Dalek never worked. Got it for like £20. Okay. Good news is that's done. Bad news is, oh, actually, half an hour early. That'll be all for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this short stream. This probably will be my last video that I release this year. Well, I've got some audio chapters still to release until like January, and we're still recording them. But in terms of visual animations, this one will probably be the last one. So if I'm not live again before that, wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that jazz, and hope you all have fun but remain safe during the holidays. Thanks for watching, guys.